Okay, so me being me, I like to look at things when they're broken, because if they're broken, you can't break them because they're already broken. And this is the ESC. That's what it looks like when you take off the heat packing or the shrink wrap. And today I burnt mine up. It was not turning back on. It smelt like I burnt it. And then when I looked at it today, I noticed that there was really nothing wrong with it other than right here off to let me use something. I'm grabbing something right here off to the side. That line, that solder line, was never that beefy. That original solder line was really thin. It wasn't even really shiny. And you know, that's what it was, a solder line. I'm pretty sure it's a power line. Well, a long time ago I was watching a video about how to beef up your scooter, an electric scooter, and the kid showed himself to opening up the speed controller. It was a bigger box, and it showed him soldering that line, and it said it gave him more of a punch or whatever, and yada yada. That line looked very familiar, and when I had taken the shrink wrap off to put these heat sinks on, I knew that line was complete before. Well, today, after it went kapoof, that line had a nick right there. And when I heat my solder gun up and I tried to drag their solder across, it wouldn't stick because that pad got burnt. So all I did was take the solder here, beefed it up, and tried dragging it, and it wouldn't drag. And I beefed it up here and dragged it, it wouldn't drag. So I had like a lot of solder on here. And I just eventually went tap, tap, put some on my gun, and then I kind of let it drip across, and I bridged it. Now it turned on. Now the ESC works. So it's not trash anymore. And I bet you it'll conduct more power because it has a better bead. I'm going to drag that across again. I might even throw a wire down where the bridge is broken just to connect it so that there's not a hump or a hole right there. But it works. Saved myself some money, and I really did like that ESC on 3S. I wonder if it'll even hold the 4S even better. We're just going to keep pushing it. Anyways, how I fix this is I use a piece of wire, and I stripped it and I cut it just so I had an itty bitty piece of just some copper threads. I rolled them up into a little twine, and the copper was about the size of, of that, just a little piece of copper from that thread. Put solder on it, and then I took it here and I laid it here very gently, and I soldered it on there. So this is just not solder anymore. Where it burnt out right in the middle, I took a little piece of wire that I had shredded and cut to size and added solder to, and I laid it on there. So now if it wants to try to burn for some reason, right there where it burnt, there's a wire there, and the wire is going to conduct and should not burn as easy or get hot like that. And that solder bridge is way thicker than what they made that. So we'll find out tomorrow.